Speaking of YouTube videos, I thought I'd put together a hopefully brief one to show you how you can get the most out of this healthy, in-depth tool that has so much information. Now, for one thing, let's start off with showing you I have an example of a video here. I currently have it paused, and I'm going to resume it. And you might notice I have it muted here. I can unmute it.
What is scary? Pneumococcal pneumonia. It's a serious disease. My doctor said.
I'm going to mute it there so it won't interfere with the discussion that we're having. Now, another thing that you'll notice, of course, you can skip the ad that's being played and get right to the information that you want. You might also see that under a different representation, skip the video in 3 seconds or whatever. In either case, let's come back to this earlier video. Okay. So again, I'm going to skip ads. Now, another thing that you want to really pay attention to, let's start off with your the browser that you happen to be using, whether it's Google Chrome or Internet Explorer, Sky Safari, or what have you. You want to make sure that it's in full screen mode, that you maximize what that looks like. That way it'll fill your entire desktop screen, and otherwise you're missing out on some of the information. Okay, back down here, another thing that you'll see you can change are the high definition settings. And you see here it's already set to auto, which is 720, but frequently it will start off at something like 360. And let's pause this so we can see the effect that resolution will have on that. Okay, I have that paused, and I'm going to kick it up to 720p. And you see the video is re-rendered, as they say. Let me pick, I'm going to move along here and pick something that's a little more legible. Well, now here's a video that I'm going to dedicate to one of my club co-members in our astronomy club, since he's always saying, talk to me like I'm a 7-year-old. So here you go. Now, in this instance, you'll see it will say you can skip to the video in some period of time, 2 seconds or what have you, and we'll resume that. And then once you do, you can then skip the ad, the rest of the ad. Okay, so do that. Okay, now we're paused. Whoops. Now we're paused. And let's look at some of the, what the differences in what different resolutions look like on the screen. You can see there's 360. I'm going to kick it up to 720. And then I'm going to kick it up to full HD 1080p, which you may not want to use. I, for one, have my monitor set at 720 resolution. So let's go with that. Most people use 720 or 768. The point being that if you start off and the picture looks a little fuzzy, look at the auto setting down below. It may even say 360, and don't be hesitant to kick on the gear setting. And of course, you have all these. You could speed up the play, but let's come back to that. And kick and change the resolution that you want to view it in. So we'll set it to 720 and forget it. Okay. And it's a much better picture at 720 than it is at anything lower. There. Play that for me one more time. Okay. The other settings that you might be interested in, I almost never fiddle with them. Speed, you can slow it down, but here's what you get.
Something I don't know a huge amount about, but it's very important, very useful information. When he started talking about kind of diversified investment
It's a
portfolio,
pretty good idea. It's a pretty good setting
blah.
to take advantage of.
And unfortunately, I went away
And
with no
sometimes-
useful information. So I think it's a situation we all are familiar with. And fortunately, there's things you can do to improve this situation, which is what explaining
I'll
very
set that back to
complicated
normal,
material
and
to
we'll move on
someone.
from there.
But we've
We're gonna
also
mute
been
this.
on the receiving.
Okay, so we're not talking over each other. Now, another setting you can use is to kick the screen, this visible area of the screen, into what they call theater mode. I don't see where it makes it that much larger. That's okay. And you see if I hover my mouse over here, it'll tell me what that button will do. Click it in the default view. But the one that's used more frequently is full screen mode. And that's where, as its name implies, it takes over your entire screen. You could hit escape to get back to your regular size screen, or come down here and click on exit full screen mode. Now, before you do get into the full screen mode, what you want to do is make changes such as to your speaker volume level. Because once you kick it into full screen mode, you really won't have any control over any volume, any of your computer controls whatsoever. Okay. So let's get back to exiting full screen. Now, the last thing that I would recommend, well, not to put it that way, but the final point I want to make in terms of recommendations is down here you can see there's a subscribe button, which is kind of neat. I'll subscribe to this. Okay. And what that'll do is that'll add that channel or that producer to a list of subscriptions. I've got more than I need up here. Okay. So I hope all that helps you enjoy YouTube and take advantage of the videos. We will be sending links and references to some of the different videos that we come across, and any of you can do the same. And if you have any questions, you can, of course, scroll down below the video to the comments area and leave a comment. It will, of course, be public. It'll have your Google identifier on there if you've registered, log or subscribed to Google, created a logon ID with your Google account. Or you can email us, any of us in the club, or reply to the email that you received with the link to this training video. Okay, thank you, and hope to talk to you soon.